Hi guys, this is skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo Kazooie. Now, it's been a while since I've played this game in particular. As you might have noticed, for one, interlacing problems. Hopefully that's not an apparent thing in the final recording. It probably is, but I'll try and fix that later. But if you saw from the first, 2 seconds of my video, if you were paying attention, no, I don't know if you were. Oh, and I learned the greatest skill in this entire game. If you press L, R, and B at the same time when dialogue is up, it skips any dialogue. So that's just the greatest thing ever. But you might have noticed I only have 40 jiggies and a game time of maybe 2 to 3 hours. That's because obviously with losing the computer, I lost my footage that I recorded of Click Clock Wood. That's the place. That's this godforsaken place. And I had to redo it. Luckily, I actually had a file that just so happened to be up to Click Clock Wood, so I didn't have to replay the entire game. That is, until I tried to record that and failed, and then I did have to replay the entire game. But luckily, thanks to the power of cheat codes, actually, I was able to skip a large portion of that. Cheat codes enter the, aside from the ones Cheeto gives you, there's some illegal cheats, and some, other fun cheats that aren't illegal but just are hidden, that the game doesn't tell you about, that you can enter in Click Clock Wood. You just have to make sure you enter cheat before you actually do it. You're conformed with the series of moves. But first of all, haha, freaking Gobi. Let's screw with him some more, because we're heartless bastards. He thought he was safe here. Think again, Gobi. You're not safe anywhere as long as Banjo and Kazooie are around. Stop. Freaking barking dogs. That was yeah. I'm beginning to think that, I'm gonna make recording strictly a nighttime thing, because, I hate it when the dogs are out and the chickens are out doing their shit. The only problem is during nights I'm either super sleepy, super, paranoid about being loud, or super watching anime, honestly. But I'll just have to bear with it for this part, because I really want to get something out today, at least. Do I really want to get out a series of dog barks is the question, though. Oh well, who cares, we can just ignore that. First of all, you look pretty strong, and we do in fact have HM... No, it's more like Brick Breaker, if anything. So we can run up to get the Beaver's prize, except we can't, because that's too steep of a hill for us to handle. So we're actually gonna have to come back here next season. Summer, for Click Clock Wood, you don't really get much. You start to actually get something, but you don't get as much as you do in the later seasons. The later seasons are really where you really start to cash in. Oh, Jesus. There's just some dog gang war going on in the background. But first of all, yes, as I was saying, cheats, yes. So, the thing about cheats, though, is that you can only enter their cheats at open worlds, even though if you don't have enough jiggies, or cheats that open note doors that if you don't have enough jiggies. And if you use more than two of those, Grunty will actually erase your game data, so don't do that if you don't want your erased game data. You can still play, but when you replay, you'll have erased game data, which is really cruel, might I add. I don't know what the point, why even have the cheats if you're just gonna get punished for it. I mean, and, cutting, yeah, you might as well just go this way, because we got the jiggy out of that direction. But I mean, come on, why would you do that, Grunty? I mean, for one thing, the cheats take forever to enter in, because you have to do it at the sandcastle, which is the longest ordeal ever. And then, what else was there? Something annoying. No, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't annoying. So here we are the Zubbas. So yeah, I entered in 2 cheats to open note doors, so I can get here early. So that's why that's why in the 2 seconds, you have that. And the thing about cheats is that they're very addicting. You use one and then you have to use another. A golden glow to protect Banjo gives you infinite gold feathers, as you can see right there, to totally wreck these bees. So that's lovely. Once I go back to my main file, my file with all my stuff, I actually will stop using cheats, because, cheats, Mrs. Puff, I think I'm cheating. You don't want to do that, right? Or do you? I honestly will say, if I ever did Banjo Tooie, which I don't think I would, I'd definitely use the Super Banjo cheat, because that just makes the game tolerable. But anywho's, more Click Clock Wood stuff. So that's lovely, jumping in and out of trees. Do you miss any of this? I sure do, sort of, kind of, not really. Make sure you get these 4 notes, because those are important. They're only here in summer. there's actually, if you count it, there's only 16 notes in each season, excluding Autumn, which has just 48, just out of nowhere. But so you really don't have, there aren't that, like, once you can keep track of that, it's kind of really simple. There's like only a few notes in each season that you have to worry about. So you can get those really easy, and they're actually in really easy to remember places. They're in all the spots that you had to go for jiggies, sort of, kind of, not really, but they're all in memorable spots, so you're never forgetting them. Like, this is right outside the squirrel's house. There's some jiggies by, the beaver's place, and then the little tree house, and then the leaves, and then some other third, fourth thing. And I refuse to believe this slope is too steep for Banjo and Kazooie to climb up normally, but whatever. Make sure you kill these birds, because you don't want to be falling. I've already fallen enough. I've also procured 86 tokens, of course. Don't be a Dumbo, go see Mumbo. That's another cheat. I do like how all the cheats rhyme, though. They're much easier to remember that way. And I also have an energy bar to get you far, to give me 8 lives, and give the bear lots of air for infinite air. And Banjo begs for lots of eggs, or plenty eggs, one of the two, and that gives you lots of eggs. Or unlimited eggs, actually. So, you know, that's nice. Again, cheater. Dirty, dirty cheater. I'll stop it as soon as I, you know, have to go back to my old recording. But I can't go back. That's what I wanted to say about cheats. Like, the game has such a stupid way of, like, it auto-saves, and it doesn't give you the option to not auto-save. Although I do hear if you talk to Bottles enough times, he'll actually, like, threaten to erase your game file, but, like, you know, being a Bottles, pansy Bottles, he won't actually do it, but he will keep you from actually saving, which probably would have been a godsend for this LP if I knew about that earlier, like, you know, so I wouldn't have to replay stuff. But whatever, you know, it's not like this is already problematic. There's the switch for Autumn. I'm not sure if I already pressed it or not. I feel like I have, but just know that it's there, so you can press that and open Autumn. These dogs, I swear. I almost feel sorry for them, honestly, because, like, they're my neighbor's dogs. I don't own these dogs, but, you know, they're only barking because they're, like, you know, chained up their entire lives. I don't understand why you'd ever have dogs just to, like, chain them up their entire lives. I mean, seriously. Oh, God, it's ridiculous. So I cut to spring because I had to get 4 notes in spring that I didn't get. I got it on screen last part, but I didn't get them in this playthrough, because obviously, if you leave the world, you have to get all your notes again, or if you die, you have to get all your notes again. Although I do hear that's actually a fixed problem in Banjo, or the Xbox version. I'm gonna wait till these dogs freaking shut up. So, I'm back, yes, hopefully they shut up for, you know, 30 seconds. But, you know, the more attention I draw to it, I think the more apparent attentionful it becomes, so whatever. So now we're in autumn. We did all the things we sort of needed to do in summer, actually everything we needed to do in summer. And autumn's where we can really actually start cashing in on stuff. Just keep in mind that there are 48 notes here in autumn, so, you know, there's a lot you have to look after. So, you know, you're gonna be spending a good amount of time here. This is why my video is slightly longer than normal. Not as long as I thought it would have been, which is actually good. I've also exchanged the dogs for chickens, which is fine. I like my chickens. They're cool. But, no. Did I speak too soon? Oh no, but don't fall. Don't fall. Or die. Neither of those two actions would be beneficial to you. But just circle the perimeter of this tree, because there's 16 notes to get, and, yeah, just do it. And there's notes. There's tangents that you can take on these, like, you know, on this path for more notes. You know, in the form of failing a jump. Yes, right? Really, in reality, I failed the jump, but actually, it works in my favor because there are notes down here, and we can cash in from the beaver and feed the flower. And, you know, so everything works out in the end. So as you can see, the way that cheats work, I mean, first of all, I'm not going to lose any air. But, I have 5 feathers, and I just won't lose that feather. That's how the infinite cheats work. Like, when I actually used the cheat, I had 0 eggs, so I still couldn't shoot eggs. But as soon as you get 1 egg, you can shoot that egg 1,000,000 times. So it's just weird. So it's like, oh, here you are at last. He's been waiting months, yes. It's weird. I wonder how the inhabitants of, of Click Clock would operate. I mean, time is so weird. I mean, I'm sure it's the same time to them, but for Banjo, we're just time-traveling bear and bird. That's an interesting, interesting title. I don't think any other, like, you know, game in the world can give a character that title. Or, you know, say that they have a game with a time-traveling bear and bird. Duo, mind you. There can be a time-traveling bear and a time-traveling bird, but this is a time-traveling bear and bird. So you know. Not only just not just any bird, it's the rare red-crested beagle, the non-existent bird that is Kazooie. But anywho's, one last time abusing Gobi, and I swear, I have to wonder what the hell is in camel water. Like, it's just ordinary water, but you give it to a camel and then it feeds, like, look at that flower's huge. But that's about as much physical abuse as Gobi can take, so he will be going to the lava world, which isn't in this game. It's a you know, it's a nod to Banjo Kazooie, haha. Rare so clever when they do that, except I'm probably not going to be playing that game anytime ever for a Let's Play. For one, the jiggies it's much harder to 100% Canary Mary. But for another, I'm Banjo out, I'll be honest with you. Having to replay the entire, well, I didn't replay the entire thing, but having to replay it in general was sort of just incredibly annoying. I'll be honest. So, you know, I'm kind of glad that I'm almost done with this. I have this part, Click Clock Wood is going to be this part and next part, then I have Grunty's spoiler fun, and then some other stuff, and it's either going to be 4 or 5 parts. I don't think I'm going to be I guess I can talk about bonus now since nothing's going on. We're going to stop at Mumbo's house to get some notes, so you can actually... Mumbo actually won't use his magic for any season besides fall, so just keep that in mind. You can, I'm sorry, spring. Those are like complete opposites, aren't they? But, yeah, as I was saying, some extras. I mean, I will be showing the extras. There's, yeah, you know what, I can talk about that during the credits, when there's, like, legitimately nothing going on. So, we'll save that conversation for another time. As you can, yeah, I already talked about the whole 86 token thing. Cheating. Gotta love it. So yes, back on the tangent. Wading boots. I might have not even gotten the wading boots. The problem with actually not going to the worlds is I didn't get the beak bomb, which you don't actually need. I thought you needed it, but you don't actually need beak bomb. But, or the dash boots. It's actually kind of weird. This is the last world of the game, and you would consider it very hard, and I do consider it very hard, but there's a lot of skills you don't even need. You don't need the beak bomb, you don't need the speed shoes. You barely need the wading boots at all, just that one area. It's kind of like, you know, you barely even need flying either. There's this one area where you use flying, and even that's kind of, you know, useless. So this game, like, I don't know, this is all about just, like, management, I will say. Like, knowing where exploring, really. You know, and, yeah, using seasons and stuff like that. So, let's, after kicking some bees' ass, let's pay them a visit, because there are 4 notes inside here. And a worm, which is, you know, useful because we need to feed the bird worms. If I haven't explained that, worms, sort of weird, and I can feel my throat start to die, but whatever. Keep in mind he wants 15 total, 5 in summer and then 10 in autumn. Autumn or fall? What do you call it? I don't even know. I don't really call them anything because we really don't have seasons where I live. It's all kind of just the same moderate temperature throughout the entire year. We don't have falling leaves. We don't have snow. We have excessive amounts of rain, but even that, like, that could be any time ever. But, what was I saying before that? Yeah, so there are 15 caterpillars you need, but there's way more than 15. Like, it's one of those mumbo token scenarios where there's more than you need. And not even that, but if you actually feed the bird, like, 5 of those caterpillars in spring, and then you have to restart the game for whatever reason, this is from personal experience, those worms actually come back, and, like, you know, the bird will still be asleep, he'll still have been fed, but the caterpillars come back so you can collect them again, if you're really having a struggle finding these worms, which I have no reason why. So I think the last thing we're gonna do is help this squirrel. Actually, no, we're gonna cliffhang, because we're gonna fall. Lovely. Yeah, don't fall. It creates a lot of backtracking that you just don't want to do. Yeah, we're not going to be helping this. We're going to be attempting to help this squirrel, just to say the least. So this is just a weird place with water. I guess it's this emergency water supply. Squirrels need water too, don't they? Of course they do. There's a lot of animals that, like, where the hell do they get water? I mean, like wild animals who aren't fed. They just scavenge puddles or something? I don't know. They manage, though. I mean, you see stray cats. Stray dogs, they just have water. I mean, I'm sure squirrels have their own water supply. Somehow. Maybe... Nah, who cares? Let's just drop that. Animals being annoying. This acorn just in the middle of nowhere, I have the toughest time. I don't know if it's just a mixture. It's a mixture of like depth perception problems and then like the fact that the acorns have a really nutty hitbox. Bottom dish. But yeah, I have a really hard time getting that one. The better thing to do is come in from the right or left, because then it's vertical and then you won't have a trouble landing if it, you know, if you do happen to miss, because it's easier to do. But whatever, we need 6, and I'm missing one, and like it's actually right here to the left, but I missed that. Don't find that till later. And there's also one just stupidly in his house. You gotta love that. Like, you need to find acorns for him, and you just get one in his house just to give it back to him. Kind of reminds me of that, like this one thing from Epic Mickey, where it's like you give him a painting. You need 3 paintings, so you give him a painting, break into his house, and take that same painting and give it back to him 3 times. Even though I never played Epic Mickey. And even though that's irrelevant to everything, because the part's over. So the next time, we will be finishing off Click Clock Wood. Until then, this has been skittflash. Hope you enjoyed watching. Bye!